Game Over Vancouver is broadcasting from the Game Over Network channel for the playoffs, but starting in October, the network launches for real, which means for all of your Vancouver Canucks content, you want to go check out the Game Over Vancouver channel. You can subscribe right now by opening up the Game Over Network channel from this video in a new tab. Scroll down past my ugly mug, click on the Game Over Vancouver YouTube page, then click subscribe and click that reminder bell as well so you don't miss when we post a video or go live. Tell all your Canucks fans, friends, and family to come join our awesome community. You really won't regret it. And for this video, make sure you smash that like button right into oblivion.
Game over, friends. It has been a long time. It's been a long time coming. Well, 6 games, but it's been a long time coming. Almost 2 years in the making for this moment. I'm turning down the gain on my mic so I don't deafen you all. We're going back to the bit, okay? So just give me 1 second. Because why not? Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Welcome to the Game Over Game. I almost said Ottawa. Welcome to Vancouver Game Over. Game Over Vancouver. My name is Kaja Mae, and the Vancouver Canucks have won a playoff round for the first time since 2020. And in quite a fashion as well. And yeah, I'm wearing my Luke Shen jersey, because why not? Why not, you know? Best of both worlds in this series. We get into a recap of that game, which thankfully I'm not gonna be talking about a lot of goals there, but just in general, what a game. Make sure to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, comment, all that kind of stuff. Wow. Okay. Um, let's talk about the first, like, before the game even actually started. Um, there was a Muse opening song, so thank you for that, Sportsnet. Or whoever edited that and chose that as the opening song. I like your taste. Kevin BX said chirping Nashville fans, saying that the car wasn't smashed enough. Also great. And you know what? I agree. Like, we would do that so much better. Anyway, the lotto line started. That didn't last long. It was gone within the first 5 minutes of the game. It did return at some flashes, but usually it was the typical line of Miller, Besser, and Suter, which, I mean, last show I said I was not a fan of. Safe to say, I was wrong. I was very wrong in that. But that's not relevant right now. That's relevant later in the game. The Canucks really, like, they kept trying in the first to do some stuff in the Nashville end, but they just kept turning the puck over. Nashville right off the bat was a bit more awake. The Miller, Suter, and Besser line was kind of getting on the nerves of Nashville a bit. And that's when Lauzon manhandled Suter, absolutely. And honestly, that was kind of funny. Like, it was after the whistle, and he just kind of threw him on the ground. That was great. Yeah, there weren't a lot of shots in the first. It was five for Vancouver, 6 for Nashville. So, not a lot, but it was one of the more higher shooting games of the series, considering that both teams had well over 25. Well, not well over 25. They had over 25. Over 20. Well over 20 is an achievement for the series. Besser and Hughes were so close to, like, the net was wide open. Saros is just wild. I mean, you can definitely tell why he's a Vezina candidate. He's been the best player for Nashville this series. I can't lie. That's probably the case for many other playoff series. Um, or many other just games in general that he's played for Nashville because that man is elite. Yeah, Besser and Hughes couldn't get the puck in the net, and congratulations, Philip Hronek, you actually got a shot aimed at the net. It hit Lozon, but it was still okay. He got it on the net. Shelovs, he was really into poke checking tonight. And glove saves. I mean, what he usually he not usually. I say usually. He's played like 10 NHL games. 11 maybe, but oh my gosh. That kid is amazing. I can't wait. I keep saying this. I can't wait for next year. But I'm like, this year isn't over yet. I'm so used to the Canucks season being over. It's May. It's not supposed to be going on right now. Um yeah, she loves poke checked. He had so much confidence, and I love that. I love that. Um yeah, Lotto line was back. Besser had some great shots tonight. Second period, Saros really turned it up. Vancouver had 12 shots, Nashville had 13. Um, Besser got a call for high sticking on Lausanne, but it was kind of a follow through. Like, he shot the puck away, and his stick was still coming up, and Lausanne went in to hit him and made contact with the stick. Go Bruins. That's tomorrow, buddy. Yeah. May the fourth be with you. Anyway, it was really interesting. To say the least. I mean, I get it. It's a call. He was bleeding, but I don't know. I don't know. Besser seemed to not like that call very much. Um, yeah. There were some chances for Nashville. She Loves came up big when it mattered, like he did many times during this game. He got a freaking shutout. So yeah. Um, Sidorov and Jankowski were called for coincidentals. So technically, there was a Nashville penalty. It just didn't actually matter. Um, Also, like, right after the 4-on-4 started, Ryan O'Reilly immediately had a shot. Sheila swallowed it. Then Ryan O'Reilly got kind of thrown down in front of the net. Nashville fans wanted a penalty. They didn't get one. Because, yeah, there were two actual power plays during this game. One, neither were converted, obviously. Neither were for the Canucks. They were both Nashville. But yeah, that one was the double minor that the Canucks successfully killed off, obviously. And then the other one was in the third period. Um, yeah, also can we get like a moment for the She Loves save where he poke checked it and then like saved it into the post? I really thought Nashville scored there, but they didn't. Um, Scott Road must be rocking right now. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. Wonder if I could open my window and hear it from here. It's like half hour away. Um, and in the intermission, they're like, Battle of the Goaltenders. Okay, but one's a Vezina finalist. Not to discourage She Loves. Obviously, he's doing amazing. I feel stupid because I said that Suter should be off should be separated from the Miller Besser line, and B, I said Casey DeSmith should start today. And I was wrong on both counts. So, you know what? I can live with that. The Canucks won a playoff series. I can live with that. Yeah, Battle of the Goaltenders. UC Saros is a Vezina finalist. The other one is college aged. I just what does Ian Clark put in the nameless power electro drink that they put in there? Because I don't know what sponsors the NHL anymore. Like, the goaltending situation in Vancouver, how is it so drastic? How is it's so good? It's so good. The alert ready system is being tested just before 11 a.m. Okay, thank you. But yeah, Archer Sheloves, give yourself a hand. I'm sorry, Abbotsford, that we had to take your goalie, and I think you're down in your playoff series, but you know what? We needed him for this. And I think that's okay. Vancouver in the third. Shooting, Nashville blocking. Vancouver had 12 shots on goal, Nashville had 9. Not 11. 9. I can read. Nashville blocked 10 more shots? No, okay. Looks like they took a block shot away, because on the broadcast it said 25-15, but on the NHL.com, because that's always correct, yeah, block shots, Nashville had 24, Canucks had 16, so still a lot. Yeah, Nashville was blocking. They had some good chances, but they were either completely swallowed by UC Saros, or blocked by a pred, because 24 block shots, that's a lot. Myers had a really good slap shot. If he had scored, that would have, like, cemented him. He would have had a statue directly next to Roger Nielsen, whether we won the game or not. Like, he would have that. Right there. Also, Brock Besser, great defensive move. Quinn Hughes got stuck up in the Nashville zone behind the net. And Besser was covering him. There was a defenseman with him, but it was Filip Hronek, so was there a defenseman with him? But yeah, he blocked the pass. Great move. Höglander had a really good game, I thought. He was really good with puck possession, always winning battles. I said he has that dog in him. That dog may be a Chihuahua, but he has that dog. But Chihuahuas are vicious, though, so, like, I kind of understand it, but I feel like Chihuahua, that more fits Connor Garland. But you never know. Yeah, he had a really good game, just overall, and same with last game. Very physical last game, and then very possessive of the puck, trying to get into all the different areas. Very good job from Nils Höglander. Also, Nashville thought they scored a goal. The puck went off the top of the net. I'm still not entirely sure what happened, but some of the Preds were celebrating, and the ref behind the net is just aggressively going no goal. Like, Buddy looked like he was trying to, like, swim. Like, respect. I get it, you want to get it right. That's rare for officials, but wow. Yeah, Nashville was really pressuring. The Canucks really didn't do anything. Until there was the Miller-Besser 2-on-1. Besser deked. Saros beats him. Because of course he does. UC Saros could have stolen the game. He could have stolen the game. Except for Pius Suter with 1:39 left. Pius Suter scores the only goal. The game-winning goal. The series-winning goal. 1-0. Scores, makes it 1-0. They gave Patterson an assist. Okay, so Pius Suter at 18:21 of the third period makes it 1-0 for Vancouver, assisted by Brock Besser and Elias Pettersson. Just wow. What a year it's been. What a year. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Also, Tyler Myers was on the ice in the last minute of play, and I thought that was ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous, like, bad. I just thought, again, who would have thought? And Nashville put a lot of pressure on the Canucks. There were some great saves made at the end of the game, including that one with, like, what was it, 20 seconds left? Where there was Archer Sheloves, and then, like, 3 Canucks in front of him all gelled together in the crease. And Tyler Myers just kept laying there, I think, after the buzzer went. But yeah, Nashville had some good chances. Mainly because after they pulled UC Saros and they were pressuring the Canucks, Elias Lindholm took a penalty. He got called for cross-checking against Gustav Nyquist, and, like, yeah, I know it's late in the game, but a penalty's a penalty. it wasn't, this game, in my opinion, what didn't seem as physical. Like, yeah, there were 25 plus 22. 47 hits total in the game. So that's quite a bit. But piece shooter, in the words of Canuck Clay. Yes. Congrats, Canuck Clay, for getting your masters as well. Good job. Side note, he's probably not watching this, but good job, Clay. Yeah. The Vancouver Canucks won a playoff series. If you told me that I'd be saying those words 6 months ago, sitting here, I don't know if I would actually win. What's 6 months? November 3rd. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Um, but yeah. What a game. That was a playoff game. We're done with the series now. And thankfully, yes, we are done. Pius Suter, not even like a regulation hero, but it had the same feeling. And then she loves his mask was ripped off when everyone's, crowding around the goalie at the end of the win, and he's like, his eyes are everywhere, everyone's giving him hugs. It's such a the energy is so good compared to where it was last year, even earlier this season. The energy is so good right now. You can't beat this. I I can't believe the Canucks won. They won a playoff game. They won a playoff game. Well, no, they didn't win a playoff game. They won 4 playoff games and they won the damn series. The Vancouver Canucks won a playoff series in the year 2024 with Tyler Myers still on the roster. Do you know how insane that is? Anyway, before we get into a little preview of the second round, I have a little bit of a little break. 1 second.
Game Over Ottawa is relaunching in October. So for all of your Ottawa Senators action, reaction, news, analysis, and fun, make sure that you click on the Game Over Network channel right now, open a new tab in this video, scroll past my ugly mug, and click on the Game Over Ottawa channel. Subscribe, and then hit that drop-down menu. Make sure you hit the alarm bell so that you get notified whenever we post a video or go live. Tell all your Sens fans, friends, and family to check out our awesome community, and make sure you smash the like button on this video right into oblivion.
Alright, so let's talk about the second round. The Vancouver Canucks are going to be facing off against their divisional rivals, the Edmonton Oilers. So Edmonton, they defeated their besties, their playoff besties, in 5 games. They didn't sweep them. I can read. Yeah, the Edmonton Oilers beat the LA Kings in 5 games in round 1. 7-4 game 1. They lost game 2 in overtime, 5-4. Won game 3 in LA, 6-1. Game 4, 1-0. Game 5, 4-3. So that is quite a lot more scoring than the Canucks series was, because obviously 4-2 Canucks, 4-1 Nashville, 2-1 Canucks, 4-3 Nashville, 4-3 Canucks in overtime, 2-1 Nashville, and then 1-0 Canucks tonight. So they do have that scoring, but they also don't have UC Saros, so I feel like that's a bit of an advantage for the Canucks, because while Nashville isn't the most defensively minded team, they have a great goalie. Edmonton is not a very defensively minded team. And not to diss Stuart Skinner, but he's not UC Saros, just to put it that way. Their backup is Calvin Pickard, I think. And I think they called up Jack Campbell too. I don't know if that's as an e-bug, or I don't think he's probably not seeing playoff action. McDavid, Draisaitl, and RNH. Yeah. I can't read properly. My glasses are actually like not good. So, um, yeah, RNH. Ryan Nugent Hopkins. I feel like he's less of a threat than what I mean, Connor McDavid has 12 points, but that's Connor McDavid. So you have to like Connor McDavid points you have to adjust for inflation. Cuz like yeah, he's at the top of playoff points. Yes, Leon Draisaitl is second. Okay. They still got swept in by Colorado. Yeah, Colorado went on to win the cup, and yeah, Colorado's still pretty good. Um, but I don't know. Like, yeah, McDavid, obviously, he's the best current hockey player in the entire world. Of course, he's going to be a threat. Leon Draisaitl, of course, he's going to be a threat. He's in the top 10. They they have other play. Evan Bouchard has 9 points. He's tied for third, which is kind of wild. They have Zach Hyman. They have Evander Kane. I guess I don't know if he has a lot of points right now, but they do have that upper hand. And when it comes to Archer Shilovs has he has the third highest goals against average right now for the playoffs. Um, third lowest. Sorry, that's the low side. Yeah, he McKinnon. Well, that would be we would have to beat Edmonton to get to Colorado or Dallas or Vegas because Dallas and Vegas just started. Game 6, I think. So yeah, no one scored. Um, so McKinnon is a threat. He's just not an imminent one. He's a we can wait for a couple weeks kind of threat. Um, like yeah, the Oilers do have threatening offense, but when it comes to defense, the Canucks swept the season series for a reason. I understand they didn't have McDavid for a game, I think. But like 8-1, you're going to lose your first game of the season 8-1, and yes, technically that was the beginning of the season. That was a long time ago. But give me a second here. 2023 24. Okay, so let's talk about it. 8-1 Canucks on October 11th, 2023. 4-3 Canucks, October 14th, 2023. 6-2 Canucks, November 6th, 2023. And yeah, you could say, oh, those were the beginning of the season. 3-1 Canucks, April 13th. So, I mean, yes, that's a bit of a less. That's not a word. That's less offensive than the earlier games. And granted, they didn't have Connor McDavid. At the same time, I don't know about if the Oilers could. I think the Oilers are a better matchup than what the Kings would be for the Canucks, if that makes sense. Oilers are a threat, but lots can change. I know that, but it's the Oilers. This series, I mean, it has a high likelihood of going 7 if the Canucks can get out of their offensive run and actually I don't know. They did score, obviously. They scored in that game. But do I think that they should have a bit more power and use that a bit to their advantage, especially against a team like Edmonton? Yes. Because to be honest, I think the Canucks would have the upper edge in the series. Yeah, because that 8-1 game. Okay, that was a split. Split 14th. That's the Canucks. Yeah, that was Stu. 14th. This is Stuart Skinner. Yeah, every goalie. The Canucks have beat Stuart Skinner in every single game they played. Granted, the 8-1 game was only 4 goals, and then Jack Campbell 4 goals. But yeah, um, it'll be an interesting one. It'll be an interesting one to say the least. And if there are worries about the goaltending situation, Casey DeSmith's the one who beat the Oilers in April. He also beat the Oilers earlier in the season. Let me find out if the that was Demko. Demko played in the preseason. Okay. I'm trying to find out what goalie. Okay, that was just. It's not helping me prove my point here, but I will say I feel like the Oilers are going to be a good matchup for the Canucks. It'll be more entertaining than the Nashville series. Not that it was entertaining, but in an entertaining way that made me want to call my doctor and up my anti-anxiety medication dosage. Like, that was the entertainment. This series, it is going to be absolutely wild, and I am absolutely 100% here for it. Give me all the goals. Give me a rehash of not exactly the end result of that Minnesota game in February, but give me something similar. Give me the same, like, three hat tricks in a game. It'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. You know what? I just have questions about, like, what the Boston Pizza ad campaign's gonna be. Because have you guys seen those ads where they're like, oh, Canadian fans should cheer together for their team? And I'm like, that, A, not gonna work. B, what happens now? Because obviously you can't cheer for the Canucks to beat the Oilers if you're also supposed to be cheering for the Oilers to beat the Canucks. Like, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. I think the Canucks Oilers series will go far. It will be very entertaining. It will be very odd. The Canucks will have home ice advantage, because they were obviously first in the division and the Oilers were second. So maybe that'll come into play, maybe not. Who knows who's going to be the starting goaltender, if they're going to ride Shelov's out, if they're going to put DeSmith in for game 1. We have no idea. We don't even have a schedule yet for that, so who knows. But yeah, let's just take another little short message here. And then we'll talk about what's next for the Canucks in other hypotheticals. Situations. Either pass the Oilers or the Oilers pass them. 1 second.
Game Over Calgary is relaunching in October. For all your Game Over Calgary content, make sure you subscribe to our Calgary-specific YouTube channel. Open the Game Over Network YouTube page in a new tab from this video, scroll past Andrew talking, and click on the Game Over Calgary channel in our featured channel section. Click subscribe and make sure you hit the drop-down menu to get notified when we post videos or go live. Tell all your Flames fan friends and family to check it out and join our awesome community. And make sure you smash the like button on this video right into oblivion.
Alrighty, so if the Canucks play the Oilers, let's say they take it to 6 games, just like they took this series to 6 games. I think Edmonton is definitely going to be a bit more threatening scoring-wise. Defensive-wise, definitely not. Yeah, they held off LA, but LA is, how do I put this? LA. Like, Evan Bouchard may be in the top for points. Does that mean he will, block as many shots as the collective Nashville Predators did? No. I think it'll be a great time. It'll be a great series. That guy on Boston, Lori, looks like he's 12 in his picture. I accidentally scrolled to rookies. He looks like he's 12. Okay. Hypothetical situation. Knock on wood. The Canucks beat the Edmonton Oilers and they go into the Western Conference Final. They're going to be facing off against either the Colorado Avalanche or one of the Dallas Stars or Vegas Golden Knights, who are currently playing with 7 minutes left in the first, still 0-0. I mean, hey, maybe it'll have the same result that we had, or maybe it'll go into the 7th period stretch, which was a running joke during the 3rd period for Canucks fans. If the Canucks make it past the Edmonton Oilers, play the Colorado Avalanche, I'm a little bit scared about that matchup. While they have alright goaltending, we're not talking about game 1 against the Jets, but they have alright goaltending. They are better defensively than the Oilers, and around the same level offensively as the Oilers, considering just Nathan MacKinnon in general. The Colorado Vancouver matchup would have writers like salivating though, because oh my gosh, Quinn Hughes is playing both of his Norris like competitors in the. I'm like, just shh. What happened to regular season awards, man? Anyway, the Canucks play Vegas. I'd be worried because it's Vegas, but also Vegas could get eliminated tonight, and that would be absolutely hilarious. The Canucks play Dallas. I do think Dallas kind of turns it up in the playoffs, so I would be a little worried. At the same time, I think that it would be a better matchup for the Canucks to play Dallas because they, are actually able to beat them. Colorado, I forgot what the season series looked like for the Canucks and Avs. Yeah, Canucks did not win a single game. Yeah, it was the 5-2 loss in November, 3-1 loss in February, and a 4-3 overtime loss. Gives the Canucks blue lead. In overtime. That was because the Canucks blew lead in overtime, right? Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like that's something they would do. I would be worried about that. I would be a bit worried about Dallas as well. We did shut them out, maybe we can get Artur Shilovs in. He can put on another rockstar shutout performance. The word that Kevin Bieksa did not want to say tonight on the panel. But we can freely say it now. Artur Shilovs has a playoff shutout. He's one of the youngest goaltenders to ever do that in the playoffs in NHL history to clinch a series. One of those really specific niche stats was read out at the end of the game when everyone's swarming Shilovs. So that was great. And we get to the Stanley Cup final. If that happens again, I am so worried, and I hope there are businesses downtown that have so much insurance. Not because I think that if we lose, there would be, a repeat. It's just that Canucks fans like to party hard. No matter what the situation is. So I'd be a little worried. Kings equals sleeper boring games. There's a picture of what's her name? The actress from Sex and the City. And she's reading a book at a hockey game, and I looked at the picture and it's at a Kings game, and so that makes sense, of course. Yeah, we don't know what is going on in the East. I mean, we know the semifinals matchups already. Like, New York is playing Carolina. Woo! Which I think is going to be very exciting, personally. Because New York, very good team. Carolina, always a sleeper team, but a very good team nonetheless. I think both have a great shot this year. I think New York might have the edge a bit in the series, but it'll be very interesting nonetheless. Then we have Florida versus either Boston or Toronto. Will Boston choke? Will Toronto finally exercise? Will they finally slay their dragon? We will see. I love the Stanley Cup playoffs. What a year. What a season. Get some questions going. I will play a short message and we will be... Did I? No. Okay. Don't mind me. 1 second.
Game Over Vancouver is broadcasting from the Game Over Network channel for the playoffs, but starting in October, the network launches for real, which means for all of your Vancouver Canucks content, you want to go check out the Game Over Vancouver channel. You can subscribe right now by opening up the Game Over Network channel from this video in a new tab. Scroll down past my ugly mug, click on the Game Over Vancouver YouTube page, then click subscribe and click that reminder bell as well so you don't miss when we post a video or go live. Tell all your Canucks fans, friends, and family to come join our awesome community. You really won't regret it. And for this video, make sure you smash that like button right into oblivion.
Thanks Edmonton. Now we don't have to face the 1-3-1 King system. Whew. Who knows if the Kings are still gonna have that system though, because Kevin Fiala was not very happy about it in the postseason press conference, which was interesting to say the least. Boston versus Toronto Game 7. It starts at 5 p.m. here. I probably am going to have to miss it, unfortunately, because I will be working, but it'll be an interesting result either way. I think it would be funny if the Bruins lost. Part of me also just says, the Leafs should not, wait, that's a little violent. I mean, like, it'll be very funny. Will the Leafs finally exercise their demons? I think I just said that. Slay their dragon, like, that's our thing, so I don't think they should. At the same time, it would be really funny if Boston lost. Just for, like, the pure entertainment factor. No team in, NBA, MLB, and NHL history has, in back-to-back years, blew a 3-1 series lead and lost that first round. And if Boston loses tomorrow, then, they are the first team in history. And you know what? It's their centennial year. I think it's time to set some records. Just saying. I can see why the city of Vancouver won't do outdoor viewings for Canucks games. They did one in Delta. For Game 4, and it was seemingly peaceful. I mean, it looked like there were a lot more families there. But yeah, outdoor viewings for Canucks games. We've seen how it's worked in Edmonton, or how it's not worked in Edmonton, considering there's been, like, a bunch of fights, in those games. So, yikes. I can only imagine what it would be like here, but also, what would you name the Utah franchise? I don't know. That's the thing. I am really up for Utah Raptors, because that's like an actual dinosaur. Utah Raptors. Yeah, a Utah Raptor is an actual dinosaur, meaning Utah's predator. Like, they're cool little guys, okay? I think that they should be called the Utah Raptors. I don't care if people are like, oh, but Toronto Raptors. That's an entirely different sport. Do you have issues with, like, the Sacramento Kings versus the LA Kings? No. Do you have any issues with the New York Jets and the Winnipeg Jets? No. There's probably more, but I can't remember them right now. I think it should be the Raptors. The Utah Raptors. Because dinosaurs are cool, man. And if you want Utah to seem cool, include the dinosaurs. Anyway, very passionate about this. Please give me a dinosaur team. Please. Utah Yeti? No. I'm sorry, that's mean. But, like, I feel like the Yeti issue might cause some issues because some of the Yeti stuff is fit in with the Avs. Because I know they have, like, a Sasquatch footprint logo thing, but they also had a mascot at some point. It was very creepy, but it was a Yeti. But no, I'm Utah Raptors all the way. I like the Utah Raptors can also revert to a bird of prey too. Well, technically, those are dinosaurs. Toronto's NBA team, yeah, I just addressed that. Canes are always underrated. Now they have more scoring with Gensel. Yeah. Yeah. The Canes, I don't know why. They're just the team that's perpetually underrated. Utah Dinos is dumb. No, Utah Raptors. Because that's an actual dinosaur name. Are there raptors in Toronto? No. But they named the baseball. They named the basketball team that name anyway. There's an actual dinosaur called Utah Raptors. It's gonna be Utah Raptors. Also, there are many repeat names throughout professional sports. Utah Blue, I feel like that's also too similar to Avalanche, though. It's a lot of snow. Which I get it, it's hockey, but I don't know. I think Vancouver's good because, we don't have a lot of snow, so we can use, like, regular names like that. Not to say the Colorado Avalanche doesn't sound good, but, like, eh. Where was I going with this? Canes. Right. Canes. Carolina Hurricanes. I need to, because I saw something on a stat line the other day, or in a TikTok comment, not a stat line. I'm not gonna be, yeah. Seth Jarvis had 33 goals this year. I didn't know that until I saw it in a TikTok comment. But, yeah. Like, the Carolina Hurricanes are really good, considering, they did have, like, a major hiccup because Frederick Anderson had, a major medical situation. But, yeah, bear versus a raptor, I take a bear every time. Well, physically, yeah, maybe, I guess, but there's already a bear team. There's 2 teams with bear mascots. Like, technically, yeah, one is the Maple Leafs, but there's 2 teams with bear mascots. We don't need a third. Yeah, so the Carolina Hurricanes are a threat still. But that's not a threat the Canucks would have to face until probably June, because scheduling and everything. Because the Vancouver Canucks are going to be playing the Edmonton Oilers in round 2. Canada is going to implode. Gary Bettman might. Hockey Twitter is definitely going to have multiple field days. You thought it was already bad because Edmonton fans were already chirping Canucks fans because they were preparing for this, even before they beat the Kings. And granted, yes, they were going to beat the Kings, like, no doubt about it. But when it comes to, like, they were already going after Canucks fans a week ago. Canucks were probably going to win the series anyway, but yeah. Vancouver, Edmonton, second round of the playoffs. Vancouver won a playoff series for the first time since 2020, so first time in 4 years. Will they make it to... This is the farthest they made it in 2022, because technically, while they made it to 3 rounds, remember there was the... Okay, addressing this first, hating more and more about the Leafs now. No, Carlton the Bear is a beauty, okay? That's my favorite mascot. Anyway, the Edmonton... the Canucks, in the 2020 playoffs, yeah, they went to 3 rounds because, they first beat the Wild, then the Blues, then they lost to the Golden Knights. The thing is, remember the qualifying round, because they weren't one of the top teams in the conference, or whatever the exact figuring out the scale was. It was by points percentage, I think. They had to, qualify for the actual postseason. Play-in round doesn't count, in my opinion. Yeah. It wasn't an official playoff round, so technically the Canucks only did get to the second round, but it was still a playoff. Canucks killer whale. It's actually an orca, and the killer whale name is, while it does sound cool, it's actually a misrepresentation because A, they're not whales, and B, they have no documented incidences of harming humans in the wild. Anyway, orcas have only ever harmed humans while in captivity. Fun fact. And they're dolphins. Another fun fact. So are belugas. Just full of fun facts today. Yeah, so the Canucks have not made it to the Western Conference Final since 2011. Ordered Vancouver, ordered a Quinn Hughes captain jersey on Fanbase. Nice. I don't even have a Quinn jersey. I have a Quinn little plushie. Does that count? I used to have a Quinn poster, but I took that down. Yeah, but they are killers. They only kill, like, yacht motors, whatever. They're... Okay, well, they're not whales. Orcas attacking the boats a while back? Yeah, that was funny. I was thinking, I think about the phrase shark-infested waters daily. It's kind of a similar concept, because, you know, that's their home. Technically, we're infesting them. How did we get here? I have Quinn Hughes. I don't anymore. I put him away. But yeah, the Vancouver Canucks are moving on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs in the year 2024 with a lineup consisting of still Tyler Myers, JT Miller. Who knew we were Connor Garland? Who knew we were going to be saying this sentence a year ago? Who knew? Like, remember JT Miller slamming on the top of his net, yelling at Colin Delia, the entire team just being so awful, and now they've gotten to the second round of the playoffs. Who would have thought? Bruins Canucks finals. No thing. I don't know if I'd be able to live through that last time. Nothing but sand in my boots. Bruins Canucks finals. If that happened again, I think I'd cry. I mean, I was 8 last time it happened, so I had a little bit more hope. But I don't know. I don't know about this year, man. I don't know. I'm old. I'm tired. Congrats, Canucks fans. Which Canucks alumni do you think returns to Rogers Arena in round 2? Here's the thing. I liked that Ryan Kessler was there, but we lost that game, so I don't know if he should come back. When was the last time the Canucks played the Oilers in a series? If ever. Because I'm pretty sure that's probably happened. Canucks playoff. Let's see. Yeah, no, not that year. That was the year they lost to Calgary. Got swept by the Sharks. Lost to LA. We know this one. This one. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Documented orcas eating bears? Probably. I mean, animal kingdom and all that. Oh, didn't make it. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is, like, Edmonton obviously has more playoff experience in the second round. But when it comes to overall, I think the Canucks have it in the bag. Like, yeah, technically, they did lose. Pretty handedly. Not pretty handedly. They did lose They did beat the Canucks. No, they did beat the Oilers early in the season. Fair and square. Oh, thank you, Volbill. It is okay. You guys still have a very good team and a very good goalie. GG. Sounds like the West of Canada doesn't like the Leafs. To be honest, we don't like each other or anyone. Let's just lay it out. That was, yeah, the Flames. 0203. Nope. Okay, nope. 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 Damn. Have the Canucks ever played the Oilers in the second round? Because I am not finding anything. Wow. Okay, no. Yeah, that was Flames. Nope. It's the original Jets. Naslin, Bure's not leaving Russia, dude. He's not. Burrows works for the Habs, so I'm not sure if it's a technical conflict of interest. Like, I know we honored Luongo, but that, I feel like, is a different situation. I mean, it's probably not a conflict of interest. There were multiple... Yeah. I don't know. Naslin, maybe. Here's the thing. Kessler was there for game 2. Linden was there for game 5. The Canucks lost both games. What if they just don't do that? I think that would be a better result. Okay, the Canucks in 1992 played the Oilers in the semifinals. They lost the series 2-4. But again, that was 1992. And they had back-to-backs. It was a Sunday, then a Monday, like immediately after. Which I don't think would happen now. It's still good. It's still good. But yeah, the 91-92 season was the last time that the Canucks played the Oilers in the postseason. And also, like, in the playoffs in general. And also, they played them in the semifinals. That took a long time to find. I'm usually better at this. Anyway, yeah, the Edmonton Oilers we're going to be playing 86 and 92, the only times they played together. Yeah. So, 86 and 92. 92, that was over a decade before I was born. If you count months. So, it'll be a very interesting thing. We don't have the same, pressure between us as maybe the Battle of Alberta does, because, we're not in the same province, different taxes and all that kind of stuff, different, I don't know, ages you can get your driver's license. In Alberta, it's 14. That seems a little low to me, considering, I don't know, I see grown adults, though, outside that shouldn't be able to drive. But, anyway, the Canucks are going to play the Oilers for the first time in the postseason in 32 years. If my math is right. We don't know when they're going to play Game 2. That'll probably get released pretty soon. Most likely I'll be back to do those with you guys, and it'll be a great time. Anyway, I'm just going to sign off for tonight. It's been an amazing journey. The Vancouver Canucks... Alberta also has lower taxes. Yes. I know that. I think. Yeah, because they don't have PST, I think, right? Anyway, we can argue about that. In round 2, baby, the Vancouver Canucks beat the Nashville Predators 1-0 in this game off an amazing goal from P.S. Suter and an amazing shutout effort from Artur Shilovs. They're going to be playing the Edmonton Oilers in the second round of the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. I got something in my eye just there. Amazing. Yeah, the Oilers Canucks series is going to be one for the books. I'll guarantee that. I mean, I shouldn't guarantee that because I'm not going to be playing in it, but I think it'll be a great time. I've been Kaja Mae. I'm at Real Kaja Mae on Twitter. You can find me on Kaja Mae everything else. Subscribe down below to the Game Over Network. Turn the notifications on. Like the stream or the video if you're watching this later. Comment. Have a great night. Go keep checking the score for the Stars and Golden Knights. It is still tied at 0. Just to see if Dallas can pull off the upset. If Vegas can push it to 7. Who knows what's going to happen, but I know that Vancouver and Edmonton will be seeing each other next round, and I will be seeing you for that when the NHL tells me what time that's going to be on. All right, have a great night, everybody. And thank you for coming to Game Over Vancouver on the Game Over Network.